Megasthenes was a Greek ethnographer and explorer in the Hellenistic period, author of the work Indica. He was born in Asia Minor and became an ambassador of Seleucus I of the Seleucid dynasty, possibly to Chandragupta Maurya in Pataliputra, India. However, the exact date of his embassy is uncertain. Scholars place it before 298 BC, the date of Chandragupta's death. Travel. Arrian explains that Megasthenes lived in Arachosia, with the satrap Sybertius, from where he visited India. Megasthenes lived with Sybertius, satrap of Arachosia, and often speaks of his visiting Sandrakartus, the king of the Indians. Arrian. Anabasis Alexandri. We have more definite information regarding the parts of India Megasthenes visited. He entered the subcontinent through the district of the Pentapotamia, providing a full account of the rivers found there, and proceeded from there by the royal road to Pataliputra. There are accounts of Megasthenes having visited Mathura, in Bihar, but he appears not to have visited any other parts of India. Indica. At the beginning of his Indica, he refers to the older Indians who know about the prehistoric arrival of Dionysus and Hercules in India, which was a story very popular amongst the Greeks during the Alexandrian period. Particularly important to his comments on the religions of the Indians. He mentions the devotees of Heracles and Dionysus, but he does not mention Buddhists, something that gives support to the theory that the latter religion was not widely known before the reign of Ashoka. His Indica served as an important source for many later writers such as Strabo and Arrian. He describes such features as the Himalayas and the island of Sri Lanka. He also describes a caste system different from the one that exists today, which shows that the caste system may to some extent be fluid and evolving. His description follows. The first is formed by the collective body of the philosophers, which in point of number is inferior to the other classes, but in point of dignity preeminent over all. The philosopher who errs in his predictions incurs censure, and then observes silence for the rest of his life. The second caste consists of the husbandmen, who appear to be far more numerous than the others. They devote the whole of their time to tillage, nor would an enemy coming upon a husbandman at work on his land do him any harm. For men of this class, being regarded as public benefactors, are protected from all injury. The third caste consists of the shepherds and in general of all herdsmen, who neither settle in towns nor in villages, but live in tents. By hunting and trapping they clear the country of noxious birds and wild beasts. The fourth caste consists of the artisans. Of these some are armorers, while others make the implements that husbandmen and others find useful in their different callings. This class is not only exempted from paying taxes, but even receives maintenance from the royal exchequer. The fifth caste is the military. It is well organized and equipped for war, holds the second place in point of numbers, and gives itself up to idleness and amusement in the times of peace. The entire force, men-at-arms, war horses, war elephants, and all are maintained at the king's expense. The sixth caste consists of the overseers. It is their province to inquire into and superintend all that goes on in India, and make report to the king, or, where there is not a king, to the magistrates. The seventh caste consists of the councillors and assessors, of those who deliberate on public affairs. It is the smallest class, looking to number, but the most respected, on account of the high character and wisdom of its members, for from their ranks the advisers of the king are taken, and the treasurers of the state, and the arbiters who settle disputes. The generals of the army also, and the chief magistrates, usually belong to this class. Legacy. Later writers such as Arrian, Strabo, Diodorus, and Pliny refer to Indica in their works. Of these writers, Arrian speaks most highly of Megasthenes, while Strabo and Pliny treat him with less respect. The Indica itself contained numerous fantastical stories of people with backward feet, ears large enough to sleep in, no mouths, or other strange features, and later authors like Strabo directly contradicted these descriptions. assuring their readers that Megasthenes' stories, along with his recounting of India's founding by Hercules and Dionysus, were mythical with little to no basis in reality. Megasthenes Indica, along with Stege's book of the same name, is among the earliest well-known Western accounts of India, and he is regarded as one of the founders of the study of Indian history in the West. He is also the first foreign ambassador to be mentioned in Indian history. Megasthenes also comments on the presence of pre-Socratic views among the Brahmins and Jews. 5 centuries later, Clement of Alexandria, in his Stromatisch, may have misunderstood Megasthenes to be responding to claims of Greek primacy by admitting Greek views of physics were preceded by those of Jews and Indians. Megasthenes, like Numenis of Apamea, was simply comparing the ideas of the different ancient cultures.